HX1. It's here. I finally have one in my possession and it's time to unbox it. If you don't know what the HX1 is, it is basically every HX Helix effect in one pedal, and you can do one effect at a time, which when I first heard that I thought, wow, that's a waste at the price point. But the more I got thinking about it, I think this is actually a really good pedal, and I suggested this pedal for someone, which is why it's here in the first place. This isn't mine. I'm building a pedal board for someone who's actually gifting that pedal board to someone else. Stay tuned to the channel to watch that whole build come together. More and more products are coming, and this just came in. I thought, why don't I go ahead and do the unboxing, maybe talk through if this is a good option for you, and let's hear some of the sounds. One of the things I'm most interested in is the flux option, where you can toggle not only between multiple parameters, but also adjust how quickly they toggle, they transition. So right now, if I want a reverb, like a big ambient reverb, and then my other setting just be my always on reverb, so from always on to huge ambient and back, it goes immediately. So I can't like it doesn't cut off, but if it's not a thick reverb and I want it super ambient, as soon as I click it back, it goes back really quick. Unlike my other pedals like the Jet Revelation, when you have like both modes, like you can have your always on reverb and your big ambient, it does this like 5-second fade, so it's not just an abrupt cut. I think that's what we can do with the flux. Also, what I didn't think I liked about the HX1 when it first came out, and just hearing the idea of it, was the price point. Ooh, look at that. It's $299, and I was like, $299 for one effect? But people do that all the time. I mean, it hasn't stopped anybody. There are multiple pedals. I even have some here that are around the $300 range that do one thing at a time. So that's actually not as ridiculous as I was thinking. Plus I thought, oh, well, just add a couple $100 more, you can get the full HX Stomp. But then when I looked up the price, the HX Stomp is $700. So more than double this. That actually, I think the price point here actually makes sense when you think about, I have the Walrus Audio M1, which does like a bunch of different modulation effects, but it only does one at a time. And that was like over $300. So you have access in this thing to everything Line 6 has ever put out, and they have been putting out a lot of good stuff. Let's pay attention to this unboxing. Comes with a power supply. I think this is just like a regular 9-volt power supply, unlike the big HX Stomp. 9-volt, 500 milliamps. Important, by breaking the seal, you are agreeing the terms of the end license. Okay. Ooh, that is nice looking. And since this is not my pedal, I'm not gonna peel the thing off. I'll let the owner do that. This is a good looking pedal. Let's get some B-roll. Okay, so we actually need to update the firmware first. It has a USB-C out, but it does not come with a cable. I guess because they figure everyone has one of these. Oh, look, I do. Let's plug it up, plug it in. Firmware 3.6. All right, cool. It loads up on the Minotaur app. Okay, here's what we gotta do. We gotta download its software. So we'll go to downloads at line6.com. We will choose the hardware, HX1, Line 6 Central, update available, downloading update, perform update. That was like really quick. To continue, please read all this. Yes, accept. Waiting for HX1. Okay, it just cycled down, power cycled down. Your HX1 is restarting in update mode. Okay. Update is successful. If your HX1 automatically restart, please remove then attach power supply. It did automatically restart, so it's up to date. Now we can hook it up and play with it. All right, I'm just gonna hook it up through the HX Stomp and we'll get some sounds. So my input is just gonna be my guitar, my output. Now I could run this through the effects loop. I want to run this through the effects loop. Swap places. Okay, we're going to come out of the send, stereo, TRS, into both inputs with regular patch cables. That way we can put this into the effects loop and slide the block around depending on whatever sound we want to go for. Whether it's a drive or we want to move it after the amps, if it's a reverb, we can play with it. All right, so it's plugged up. I'm playing a preset from one of my tone match presets. This is the Dr. Z Maz Clean. Playing through my new Revolta Mondata 18. Loving this thing, getting used to it. And this is what it opens up to. I have it run into the effects loop right here, and I can move the effects loop around if I want to. Let's just hold this down, and then we get a list of presets. Let's just select one. Now, if I had the MIDI hooked up, this would send MIDI tap tempo to there. Why don't I try that real quick? Out of the HX stomp, in right there. Oh yeah, automatically. Nice. Love it. This is my favorite delay right here. Put it at a quarter. Feedback is good. Wow and flutter. I like the wow and flutter to be way up. Scale, we'll bring down to 75. And it'll give us a dotted eighth with our quarter. Headroom, I always bring the headroom way up. It looks like there's some settings here, the preset settings. I don't know how to get to them yet. On time. Oh, I bet that's the flux stuff that I don't even know about yet. On curve, off time, off curve. Oh. Well, you know what? That's a delay. Let's move that. There. Ooh, so you hold it to get to your flux. So it went to it really quick, but then it came off slowly. Okay, that's awesome. All right, so what if I wanted to pick my own effect? I just got to go find it. Oh, delay. Okay. Delay, reverb, dynamic hall. I've always loved the dynamic hall. I like it at its regular setting. So here's what I want to do. How do I set, is it like snapshots where I have to hold? This is where reading the notes would be of help. Flux. Where is the flux? See owner's manual. Where'd that owner manual? Warranty. Well, I guess I gotta go on the internet. Okay, I was very close. You hold down the parameter you want to adjust for 1 second and it gives you this. And so I want the decay to be a little lower. Let's set it at like 3. Now it said to hold this down and that does the maximum. So I want the max mix to be 50, because anything above 50 is gets rid of your tone, gets rid of your dry tone. I wish the HX Stomp and the Helix had this. That is amazing. That is everything I ever wanted in a reverb. Yes! That is awesome. Now let's play with something else. Something fun. Oh, the feedbacker. Yeah, we'll put this at the front of our chain. Okay, that sounds great, but I want to change some settings. Yes! All right, synth, poly capo, interval. All right, let's do some flux. Maybe we can like do this weird interval thing. That would be cool. So the lower interval will go down 12. And the upper interval, let's just put it at 0. Let's try that. Okay, so this is normal. Let's do the, let's just go quick. Almost instant. Okay. That is awesome. All right, let's go do something else. Let's do ramping tremolo. I've been messing with that lately. Modulation. Okay, speed. Let's do that with some, we'll feed our tremolo into some nice reverb. Let's do the curve. We want the curve to look like that, and the off curve to look like that. Sure. And then the time, let's slow it down a bit. All right, I'm inspired. This thing is amazing. I'm more inspired than I thought I was gonna be. I thought, oh, that'd be a cool pedal. I have access to all these different effects in my HX Stomp and my Helix stuff, so I didn't think I was gonna be that impressed. But that flux, that's inspiring. I mean, you can do the same thing with an expression pedal on your Helix. I get that, but there's something about this. It's just so much fun to play with, and I have no reason to tell you that. This isn't sponsored. Line 6 doesn't even know me. And this is not my pedal. So I just want to tell you how I feel playing with this. This video is already longer than I wanted it to be because I was just having so much fun playing with it. Hey, what else do you want me to do with this pedal? Let me know down in the comments. Is there something specific you'd like me to figure out while I have it in my possession? I will make some other content with it because it's going to go on this huge board. So stay subscribed, become subscribed if you're not already, and like, share. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.